Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the remake is definitely getting very close. And I wanted to give you guys a video on what to expect. This is going to be the key things when it comes to the gameplay reveal that's going to be happening very soon. My prediction is before the end of September, guys, we will get something. When I'm making this video, the Gamescom event will happen in a couple days. So maybe you're watching this after that. But guess what? September is Tokyo Game Show, and that is going to guarantee some Metal Gear Solid gameplay. And I want to break down everything you should expect, more or less, what you are basically going to be getting with this game overall, because there's been a lot of information. I made a lot of videos, and we're kind of doing the compilation. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you go check out my 24/7 streams, playthroughs that I have on the channel, as well as other videos, because we want to get partnered with YouTube and then start doing bigger and better things for the community with everything that we earn. With that out of the way, I just got to say, man, it's exciting. We're literally around the corner. It is August 17th today, and the Gamescom event is happening on the 21st. So most likely we'll be getting something at that time. Konami does have a presence there, but it's for Yu-Gi-Oh! For Tokyo Game Show, they will actually have their own event. I can confirm this, guaranteed that they will have something on the floor for Tokyo Game Show. And they're going to be revealing gameplay. So we're going to talk about it now and give you guys a breakdown who doesn't know what to expect from the game and curious about what you're getting. We're going to do a nice little comparison of the original new trailer and some of the gameplay that they showed there and the examples of what to expect here. But then I'm going to give you something a little more deeper a little bit later. So stay tuned. So you're watching the actual Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and then you're going to be watching the brand new remake and looking at the differences between them visually, but also structurally and gameplay wise. Okay, the gameplay, I'm going to talk a little more in depth later, but as you can see, every visual is exactly the same, pretty much identical, maybe a little bit of a higher camera, maybe a little different small detail, but again, this is gonna be high resolution, better fluidity overall, and it's gonna be very important. And the first thing I want to note is about the gameplay when it comes to the landscape and landmarks. Okay, this game has the almost identical in every single part of the game. So you can probably expect that they're not going to change much so far from what they showcased. They're basically doing the structures, the landmarks, everything identical. And I think this is justifiable because it is a remake and you don't want them to go too far off into their own world. But man, I'm excited because the gameplay is where the big changes are going to be felt, in my opinion, as we can see here, crawling backwards, doing certain things that we couldn't do in previous games. Well, in previous Snake Eater game, there's been multiple iterations of the Snake Eater, and they added a couple of things, but never like this. And so I want to dive all the way into this and help you guys understand what to expect as we go forward. Again, as you watch these comparison, don't think that you're gonna not get something new other than visuals. The gameplay is going to be drastic when it comes to comparing the two in some fashions and some ways. And there's something that before I get into a little bit of a deep dive and break some stuff down in this specific trailer, I wanted to go directly into the Phantom Pain because I did a multiple videos and you can go check those out demonstrating the Phantom Pain and the examples that I had about this game and the way that they took some of the way this game functions. Now, Phantom Pain is an open world game, so Snake runs too fast. So you're not going to be running at that type of speed because this is Snake Eater. and it's a linear game, small maps. So you're going to move a little slower, but you're going to have a lot of the mechanics. And one of them is the ability to turn around and shoot while you're crawling back like this. This is a mechanic when it comes to crawling that did not exist in the original Snake Eater game. So them adding this is going to add a better flow. You also going to be getting the crouching and laying down from the Phantom Pain, which is super important in my opinion. The thing is, the Phantom Pain has a dive that most likely we won't be getting. If it does come out, that'll be in the gameplay reveal, but I doubt that they're going to add that. It's a dynamic experience to do the dive, and I would love it for Snake Eater, but I do understand that they want to stay authentic to what the game offered, which is the role. But the point is, this is just an example of some of the things. You can see I can flow back and forth, and I love that about this game. One thing that they haven't confirmed or denied is the ability for your inventory, right? In the Phantom Pain, you're basically able to swap out of primaries, swap out of secondaries, and a bunch of your tools and gadgets. Okay. It's very cool. It's very fluid, very easy. And this is the modern day version of what we should be getting. Okay. So if I pull out a grenade, get out of my box, and I want to throw this grenade, or that's how we do it. And it's going to make life easier because I can flip back and forth from my sniper all the way to my assault rifle very easily by tapping the touchpad on the PlayStation. For the Xbox, it's the D-pad, as well as for keyboard and mouse, it'll be a lot more smoother than having to scroll through 50 items. Instead, you have it all at your disposal. This is one mechanic I believe that should be automatically in the game to keep it flowing. It is more of a survival game also, so having it so that I'm in the mission and have to equipped is going to be key. Okay. And then they have a system somewhat like this game here where you see the blood on my foot and somewhere else where we're not going to talk about what that is. But basically, it's his day of the month. Okay. Snake gets his day of the month too. You know, it's just one of those days, guys. But in the end of the day, this injury system that exists in this game, the Phantom Pain, 10 years old game, by the way, basically almost 10 years old. And by the time the new one comes out, this mechanic is going to be more, even better than what we see here. And absolutely going to be exciting to test and to go through as we go forward. So this is a key thing to note that's going to be implemented in the game as well. There's plenty of gameplay stuff when it comes to the game, but I want to get back to the comparisons and help you understand what they're trying to do and what they explained. If you watch my previous videos, I'm kind of wrapping it up into one for this video and giving you some small snippets. Okay, first and foremost, yes, okay, this game is identical pretty much in every way. And the gameplay has to be identical, but they confirmed that they modernize the mechanics. They have the feature for you to play with the modern camera, which lets you do free roam, or the old school Metal Gear over the top camera. These are choices that you, the player, have. And I think it's important that they do that. They did that with the controls and with the camera. And to me, that's perfect. And as you can see here, visually, it looks really good. And the animations are a bit different. He's holding his hand a little higher. He's crouched a little more. But as you can see, when you get to that wall, you're pretty much doing the authentic Snake stealth. And so for me, I love this. Okay. There's a lot of purists out there that'll complain if even one hair is different. And they actually got more hair and more realistic looking hair. And so I do think that they're doing it in the right way, where it's not just an overhaul that doesn't feel authentic. It's an actual game that has the meat and bones while enhancing everything as we go forward. And if they did this for the whole series, I think the core fans and new players will love it. And we're going to look at the main thing. The legacy style of gameplay is over the top, okay? This is the authentic way. And as you can see, it's the exact same environment, same area, and a lot better details, let's just say. And as you can see right here, everything functions the same. And even the cutscenes are the same. But the principle here is that when they show this gameplay, you're going to expect everything that you can. Most likely, we'll get an interrogation scene where Snake grabs somebody and, you know, just ask to interrogate. And then from there, they're going to say what they're going to say. That'll be fun to showcase, I think, to give the players, new players, the chance to say, oh, this mechanic looks interesting. That's awesome. I like it. Because a lot of people don't always tend to see these things if they don't know the game. And there's a bunch of other mechanics in here that I think should be showcased. And I can't say that it's going to be showcased. Honestly, little details, whether it's knocking on something or throwing a distraction, teaching people that this is a stealth game and focusing on the stealth elements, sneaking up behind somebody, basically holding them up and showcasing that Metal Gear feeling, because that's one of the most authentic things from the original Metal Gears Solids all the way up beyond this game. Every single game after Metal Gear Solid had a hold up feature. And so definitely excited to see that come to fruition. And the question here is, how much action will they put into the game? And this is something that is a little bit Kojima conversation, but we're not going to go too deep down a rabbit hole. Kojima has tried not to always make it bombastic and action oriented like an 80s or 90s movie where explosions and shooting the whole time. His trailers are always try to have intrigue and different things. And I'm not sure what Konami is going to do. This is going to be their first time officially releasing a Metal Gear game and creating a trailer. They could just recreate the Metal Gear trailer. And that's something I would probably mimic out of respect for Kojima. Like, hey, we're going to take all those cutscenes you did with the enhanced visuals and just basically give you that. And that's something it's a good tribute. Instead of doing your own trailer and not showcasing the game the best way, have it authentic. And speaking of authentic, as you can see here, the movement, the small details, the exact same location, guys, the same enemy placement, the same movement and mechanics are happening, okay? So this is what I want to see. They're not going to do a comparison. We will have you covered for that. But if you look carefully, you're going to say, okay, this is pretty, amazing. They have the foliage of the leaves kicking up and dust coming out. And then even this segment here where you grab someone, there's blood as you slice their throat. It's just extra detail that we've never seen in this way that the gameplay will definitely get you excited when they drop it. And so I am excited. I want you to be excited. We're making this video to kind of hype you up for the gameplay reveal, what to expect, and talk about the stuff I kind of talked about before as far as sharing all of the details on what the game's enhancements already have and how you can also re-experience this game in a way that we've never had before. Okay? So just some very cool things to be excited for personally. I know I am. I did want to kind of touch on a separate topic that had to do with you guys and this channel. Very quickly, I am looking to get partnered with YouTube on this channel, and I'm looking to take it to the next level. My 24-hour 24/7 streams are one of the main focuses. That way I'll have different gameplays and I'm going to update it consistently, adding new things. Whatever you guys want to see in the 24/7, feel free to let me know. I do have some very special things that I don't want to announce yet until I'm finalize it, but those are going to be exciting, and I hope you guys can join in on that action. Just share what you think you would want to see in the 24/7. Okay. We're going to have my podcast in there. We're going to have the playthroughs. And then I'm also going to be putting some of my videos in there to kind of help shake it up. Then some really special stuff. So make sure we get this channel growing and continue to develop it so that it can pay for itself and then also get you guys giveaways. And speaking of giveaways, I do have one that I'm doing soon. Honestly, you know what? If you've been watching this, you might get lucky. Guess what? I feel like Konami is not releasing this game in 2024. Maybe I'll be mistaken. Hopefully I am. If they're not releasing it this year, it's okay. I'm still going to give away a copy of the game by the end of the year, I guess. So we're going to sort that out for you as a here you go. Not going to give you a copy of the game, but we'll figure something out as far as paying for the game for you, guaranteed on release whenever it does come out. It's because I wanted to do multiple giveaways. So the goal is have a couple giveaways this year and then more next year. But I thought the game would be releasing. But now we know that September's too soon. November's still possible. Hey, but I'm looking at March as the main release date for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So hopefully that works out. We'll find out and we'll see. So check it out. August, if you're watching this video the day I release it, August 21st, Gamescom was happening. Konami might drop some cool things like the very amazing one and only thing that I loved, which was the Hotline Productions. They might be doing that. And then in September, the end of September, to be exact, I want to make sure I tell you guys, September 26th, Tokyo Game Show starts. And that's guaranteed to have the Metal Gear content because that's Konami's biggest push. And that's where their selling point is. So they're going to be there with their own segment, their own space, and then be able to do some special things. And I would love to cover that. Never know, I might show up in Tokyo Game Show just to cover it for you guys. So that's kind of the core breakdown on what to expect, when to expect it, and just a quick breakdown of excitement. And hope that y'all enjoyed it. By the way, go check out my other videos. They should be popping up on screen. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.